Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a 6-month baby update, but if you are new around here, then hello, my name is Sarah-Jayne. I have a little girl called Ella who is 6 months old, and she is my first baby. On this channel you'll find pregnancy updates, baby updates, as well as lifestyle things such as speed cleans and hauls and different things. So if you like that kind of thing, then make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button and stick around for a while. So yes, I say it every time, but how has it been 6 months already? I don't know what it is about the 6-month mark, which just feels absolutely huge. So Ella was 6 months on Friday the 13th, which I think is actually quite strange because she was born on Friday the 13th as well. And if you must know, she was actually conceived on Friday the 13th too. So Friday the 13th is a pretty good day for her, let's just say. At this current moment in time, she is with my mum, who is just looking after her while I do a few bits of work. So it just gives me a chance to sit down and go through everything and keep you updated. I'm sorry I missed the 5-month update. With sort of video schedule, it just didn't quite fit and it was getting closer and closer to 6 months, so I just thought I would hold out. But basically she is doing so well and developing brilliantly. She is just so much more aware, so much more alert. I can definitely see her changing from day to day. Even little things like she knows things are there when she can't see them. So for example, we were waking up, we were in bed the other morning. We always have, you know, a few minutes in bed together as a family, and Anthony's alarm went off on his phone and he turned it off and put it on the bedside table and then leaned towards her to give her a kiss and just to talk to her. And she was literally leaning round him to see where the phone was because she knew it was still there even if she couldn't see it. Whereas before, I think if it wasn't in her sight, she just thought it had magically disappeared. So just little things like that I've found that she's really developing well with, and she just loves looking around, taking it all in. She's such a nosy little thing. It's just really nice to see. As far as weight wise, she is doing really well. She is following the line that she always has done on the, I think she's just under the 50th percentile or just above, I can't remember, but she's somewhere around there. I'm following it really nicely. I was a little bit worried because she was being sick quite a lot, but it's not affected her weight, and clearly it hasn't affected her weight because she's got really nice chubby legs and hands, and you could tell that she was putting on weight. So on one hand I was worried, on the other hand I wasn't worried. But she is weighing around 16 pounds 4 ounces the last time I had her weighed, so that is really good. Really pleased with that. As far as her sickness, I would say in the past week or so she seems to have taken a bit of a turn. She is still quite sick, and it's not sort of reflux or anything, because usually with reflux, if you are feeding them and then you're supposed to keep them upright, and then if you lay them back down too soon, then they are sick. Whereas her, it's the other way. So I'll be feeding her, and then if I sit her up or put her in a car seat, then often she's sick. So I don't know if she just guzzles a bit too much milk. I always think that she is quite not a greedy baby, but she's a hungry baby. She likes to have a lot of milk. She's still having her 4 bottles of 8 ounces. So maybe even though she's drinking it, it is just a bit too much for her belly and she's just bringing it back up. But I've definitely found in the past week or so that has improved. So fingers crossed. It's just maybe a bit of stomach muscles which needed strengthening or something, and she will grow out of it. If anybody's had any babies that have had the same thing where it's almost like the opposite to reflux, please leave me a comment down below. I'd love to have a chat with you. While we are talking about milk, since my last update, I know in her 4-month update I said that I was going to start weaning her, and I have done that. I haven't sort of gone full-blown weaning because I think in my mind, because it was before the 6-month mark, which is when they suggest, I kind of took it really slowly. I would give her one thing for a couple of days, look for reactions, then move to another thing for a couple of days, look for reactions, and kind of go like that and see how her stomach was taken to it. I have done a combination of like baby-led weaning, so just putting something in front of her and letting her take it, but I also have given her purees a couple of times as well, just because I felt like I wanted her to really learn how to swallow as well as pick up and feel the food. But I definitely go towards the baby-led weaning more than anything else. I have also found that when I am giving her the purees, she will literally just take the spoon off me and eat herself. So she'll put it in her mouth, she would chew on it, she'll bring it back out, and I'll just put the puree on the spoon again for her, and then she'll just keep going like that. So in a way, I feel like it's still her doing it even when it's the purees. But I will do a video all about the process of how I have been weaning her, because I know a lot of people have been asking for it. But basically everything that I've given her so far she has loved, which is a dream, because I am such a fussy eater and I really don't want her to be. So I'm trying to give her as much variety as possible and different flavours and things, and she's loving it. So in terms of sleep, that is still going really well. She is sleeping throughout the night. If anything, she'll wake up and just stir a little bit and want her dummy, and as soon as I put her dummy back in, she'll go straight back off to sleep, and that is usually maybe around 4 o'clock or sometimes around 6 o'clock. We will put her to bed about 7 and she will get up anytime between 7 or 8. It's usually about 7, 20 past 7, something like that. A couple of times over the last week we have put her to bed a bit earlier, just because she was super tired and hadn't had a nap during the day. So we put her to bed a bit earlier, but she still slept through till 7, half 7. So I definitely feel that she's needing to get a little bit more sleep at the moment. Perhaps she's going through a growth spurt, or because she's going through this like a huge developmental stage, she just needs that extra bit of sleep. She still doesn't have a proper set routine of naps during the day, but I do feel that it is starting to get a little bit more regular. So she'll tend to have a longer nap in the morning. So she'll get up, she'll have a milk, she'll have a bit of a play, and then she'll go back to sleep for maybe an hour or maybe 2 hours sometimes. She'll have a shorter nap midday, which is 20 minutes, half an hour, and then we'll have another nap later on in the day, and that can vary between 20 minutes or the other night was an hour and a half. So the naps are starting to get a bit longer and starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. So it might be about 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, something like that, but nothing set in stone. And I don't particularly want to get her into a very strict set routine, just because if we are out and about during the day and she falls asleep in the buggy, I don't want to be like waking her up because it's not her nap time. So I'm just taking it day by day still with her naps, and I think it's much better that she's sleeping through the night and getting that rest then, than trying to almost force her to sleep during the day. Although what I do find is that during the day she definitely fights it. So even if I know she's tired, I will have to do things in order to help her fall to sleep, like give her her little bunny that she's got, her bunny lovey, give her her dummy, and maybe stroke her face to go to sleep, which I know I'm kind of making a rod for my own back for, but when I put her to bed at night, she literally just goes straight out. I don't have to do anything. So it's working at the moment. We'll see how it develops over the next couple of months. As far as moving around goes, she is definitely wanting to move a little bit more. She's still not rolling as such. I'm not sure that she's actually going to roll. I think she might just all of a sudden start crawling. She doesn't seem that bothered about it. She has done it a few times in the past, but not a huge amount. She's still good with tummy time, but it can be a bit hit and miss. Sometimes she likes it, sometimes she really doesn't. And then when she's lying on her back, she is doing doing a bit of a backwards crawl. So she'll move her legs and she'll sort of move across the carpet when we've got her down on the floor in the living room. So she is starting to move, but no crawling or anything like that. I'm not quite sure when they start crawling, but I don't think it will be too much longer, maybe in a few more months, that she'll discover that she can start to crawl and move a bit more. We did get her a jumperoo, which she absolutely loves. She goes crazy when she's in there, and she's really figured out how to jump on both feet as well. She'll jump a bit, then she'll stop and look at us and giggle, and then just carry on jumping. And it's kind of been a bit of a godsend for me, because I'll pop her in there and I might have my breakfast or might get a bit of cleaning done. But it's been really, really handy. She's loving it. It's really good for strengthening her legs and good for her development. She's entertained while she's doing it, and yeah, just gives me that little bit of respite. So that is her 6-month update. If you do have any more questions, then please leave me a comment down below. I would love to get back to you if you do have any questions. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to update you on at the moment. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, following me along for this journey. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and also click the notification bell so that you get notified of each and every video that I publish. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Bye!